Alright, so I've got the panels loose that it's going to take to replace this door latch. And I want you guys to see I used flathead screwdriver. It's a pretty wide tip, so you can get in there and pry with it. Now, first you're going to need to pop this piece loose. Now, there's a clip here that goes into the body, and there's one right about here. You're going to want to pop both of them so you don't have to bend this too far to get it over this, or to get this out from underneath it. 2 popped loose is enough. You can see that's the style clip. And here you want to work your screwdriver in behind it, twist, kind of pull up on it at the same time, kind of pry it a little bit, you know, wiggle it loose. You don't want it to break the clip, but don't pry on this side, because this side of it wants to bend real easy. This side not so bad. I saw a video, a guy did one, and after he was done, you could really see where the clip was through the plastic. It bent the crap out of that. So get in behind it with a screwdriver, twist. Same back here, you can kind of pull it up with your fingers and then get the screwdriver in there. You don't want to be, you know, twisting right here on where you can see. You get it in there and try to get it right behind the clip that's in the center. Twist it, pop it loose. Alright, and then I took this panel. Once I got this one pulled up, I was able to swing this one out and then work this one over back down. So now this is able to, you're not going to be able to get it to go this way because it hits the seat even with it all the way forward. So just kind of get them to trade places. You want this one on top and this one on bottom. And now this is all loose. I came up here. There's one of those snaps right about here in this panel. And this one on my car is loose. I just went here straight away and started trying to pop this loose because it was pretty flexy. All this here is real thin plastic down at the bottom. And so you don't want to be pulling on this because it'll break it. But you get up here and kind of pull around this area, the snaps like right here. And then this, like I said, is loose. So I don't think I'm going to need to mess with that. This tucks up underneath there. But I'm going to pull this out and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what that panel looks like from the back. It goes in like this. So here's one snap close to the bottom, right there in the middle, and then we got another one up here. This is just like a support. You don't have to worry about that. So once you get that out, now there's this, I'm sure it's like sound deadening. If you can see it, right here is all that gooey stuff. I'll get that to light up. Okay, yeah. So I basically just peeled it back slow and was stuck to the harness here. I used a razor blade to kind of get it. If you peel on it real slow, it'll separate. And then when we're done, we can just stick that back on there. But this harness is going to have to get pulled out of the way. It will flex out of the way, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Here's one of your cables. And there's the door latch right there. We're going to take these 2 star bits out. I'll tell you what size they are when I get them out. And this should just pop right through here, and then we'll be able to start changing out the cables. Alright, so got the door latch out now. You can see I've taken these 2 loose, and it comes through this hole. You gotta kind of wiggle it through there. Doesn't fit perfectly, but you can get it through there. You're gonna need, oh great, you're gonna need a T30 and a T10. The T30 is for these. The T10 is to get that little bolt out of the cover for the cables here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that screw out, maybe take this cover off, and we'll pick back up there. Alright, so I've got the door latch out. You're going to need 2 Torx drives, a T30 and a T10. The T30 is for the latch itself coming out of the door, or the B-pillar. And then once you pull it through this hole here, pull the harness out of the way, kind of got to tuck it through there. The T10 is for the cover here. Trying to get focused. It's for the cover, and you're going to need a flathead screwdriver to undo this plug. Basically, you just get up underneath the back of it here and rock this up, and the plug will come off. When you put it back on, you have to get it on the male end, and then you have to press this down as you plug it in. This kind of like pushes the plug on and off when you pry it up or pry it down. Alright, so I'm going to get this cover off and we'll pick up there. Alright, I got the cover off. There's just 2 screws securing the cover, here and here. The cables stay in the cover, and as you can see here, the way these are designed, how they tuck down into a hole and then you bend them. Those 2 here and here, you know, you put them in like this and then you twist them down, and that's what locks them in. They can't come out then. We're going to go ahead and open up our replacement from Amazon and see how it looks. Okay folks, looks like we do have an issue here. This is an Amazon purchase. I'll link the ad in the description so you can check it out. But if we want this all to look the same, this area here, the striker, or the striker's in the door, I'm sorry, the latch, this part of the latch, you can see through this hole. And so it's black here, but it's chrome here. So if we want this to match, we're going to need to paint this black, which I'm contemplating on what to do. Scared if I paint it, the paint will probably just start chipping off and look bad. So I guess I'm going to leave it, because spray paint's only so good. You know, this stuff's, you can already see how it's wearing some of it off on the old one. I'd rather, you know, you can't see both sides of the car at the same time, so you're not going to know this doesn't match. Alright, we'll install it. See how it looks. Okay, so I got the cover off the new one, and it was not easy. This tab here, you hook the door on and you flop it on there. It didn't really want to come off. But anyway, replacing the latch here, the new one does not come with this lever. So it comes off real easy. I'm just going to take that, put that right over here on this one. Make sure, let's see if it feels the same. Yep, does the same thing. Alright, see if I can get this popped back in with the cables. I wanted you guys to see how those cables hook into the levers. Get them hooked up, and then you put the cover on. And you got to get this part of the cover hooked over this little metal tab before you get the rest of it seated, so go for that first. I wanted you guys to see how this clip goes on. I can do it one-handed. Oh, see, that went in. Now, so when I unplugged this, the car made a beep sound. And I was wondering what that might be. Now that I plugged it back in, it's doing the door open chime. So, I'm assuming that set off some kind of warning when you unplugged it. And, probably has to do with the door chime. You can, cycle accessory mode. Turn the car back off, and it's not banging anymore. So everything seems to be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this back in and bolt it up. Alright, so I'm shooting this about a week later, and so we've had the door latch installed. It's been working, but it was really noisy in the beginning, closing the door. But I think since it kind of knocked this edge down a little bit, it's a little quieter. But it's definitely not centered in there. It could come down a smidge, about a 30-second. And then looking at my door pin here, and or the striker, and it doesn't look like it's worn or anything like that. So to be honest, not very happy with how loud it is. I believe there's something going on with my door hinge, because here, see the, I don't know if you guys can see how much that goes up when I close the door, but that ain't right. So my door hinge is a little wore out, and I'm going to be addressing that soon. Sorry about the camera. Getting a new one here in a couple days. But yeah, I think we're going to go work on the door hinge here now next, and maybe that will make the door latch not be noisy, because I don't see getting a new door latch changing the fact that it picks the door up when you close it, because the hinge is letting the door hang. Alright, well, that's an Amazon door latch, and it was cheap, very cheap, simple job to do. So if you want to take a chance at it, go for it. Worst case scenario, you throw another one in there, save. It's not too much money, it's not too much work, so take it or leave it. Appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe. Got lots of content on this car, those Cadillacs over there, Buick Verano, Trailblazers, Chevy truck back there. Got it all. Please subscribe.